of the village. 5 years ago, a innovation park, an industrial park was located here in this village, and it has introduced an innovation model in this Oasis Plateau. So today we are going to ask someone from the local to say something about the poverty alleviation in the region. So welcome to our program. Hello everyone. I'm going to take you on a tour to our industrial park. If on foot, it will take you around roughly 2 days to finish the tour. But today we have an engine that can bring you on the tour. You can see this is our small tomato of the region. We plant this across the whole year. So how many parks like this in this region? Well, this area is around 1,000 hectares. And I can see around here a lot of special. It's very cold here in the winter season. So the greenhouses are built here. The temperature can be as low as 20 degrees Celsius below zero. So in daytime, we roll these greenhouses, the curtains up, but at night, we roll them down to keep the temperature high. So can you say something more about the greenhouses? It's in the flowering season. So how many layers of flowers are going to be take in planting the tomatoes? Well, roughly there can be 20 layers, but now it's roughly 8 layers of flowers. So how long does it take to flower? Well, it takes 35 days to grow up the seed. When it grows as mature enough for you to take it off, it takes around 100 days. As you can see, we leave 2 branches on the leaf. And to reap the fruit, we leave 3 branches. And we use a special rope to lift it high to keep it straight. So what is this plastic used for? It is used for keeping off the weed from taking away the nutrition of the plants. So the plastic is very useful. So the greenhouse also takes in the sunshine to keep it warm, right? Yes. And also we have placed a quilt with cotton wadding up in the roof to keep it warm. So these kind of tomato fruits have very high degree of sugar, right? Yes, because of the rich sunshine. It's much sweeter than other kind of tomatoes planted in other regions. So if we tell it by the degree of sugar, it's 12 degree. But for those you can find in the market, it's only 8 to 9 degree of sugar. And for some poor varieties, can be only 6 to 7 degrees of sugar. So it really makes a difference in this region, the sunshine that contributes to the sweetness of the tomatoes. So this is for And so this greenhouse, let's come in and take some tomatoes. The wind can blow in the winter season, and it can make a difference on the tomatoes. That's why we put a curtain here to keep off the wind, to help them grow stronger. Well, I can see these tomatoes are so lovely. But you can pick them already. We reserve 7 to 8 layers of tomatoes. As you can see, 1 layer, 2 layers, up to 7 layers. Is it for keeping the intensity of the tomatoes? No, we do this to keep the tomatoes from growing too big. We don't want it to grow too big. So these kind of red ones are the sweetest. You can try one. Our tomatoes are very special. It's very sweet. It's different from what you can find in the inland of China. I'll try a big one. It's not sour. The big ones are more sour than the smaller ones. A standard weight tomato weighs 10 grams. Well, I can see these lovely tomatoes. As you can check, this one is too big, the red one. But the green one is a standard weight. Those are in the bottom layer that do not taste very well. As you go up in the layer, the tomatoes taste better. Those tomatoes from the third layer and upper layers taste better. Well, our duty time vary according to different timetables, and our people are really busy here. If our people get too busy, we will hire some temporary workers. So every day we have roughly 200 people working at the same time. And one person can take care of 2 greenhouses one day. But if in the busy season, it may be too busy for him to keep watching. So the work staff are all the villagers, right? Yes. I think you mentioned you have 100 employees, and mostly are the villagers in the local area. So can you introduce something about your business model? Well, we have this Enclave model. So what is Enclave model? As you know, we are working on poverty alleviation. We have some alleviation fund, but this money are not enough. So we are trying to pool this fund in this area. 260 greenhouses in this area are from our region, are from our village. So we pool these greenhouses together for centralized management. So each year we give the dividend, we distribute the bonus to on each greenhouse. It's roughly 30,000 RMB for one greenhouse. That means you get 30,000 RMB from each greenhouse every year. So where do you get the seeds? Well, we tried different varieties, more than a couple of them. And we also tried some vegetables, the eggplants, the cucumbers. So we also planted vegetables to feed the local villagers. and at very affordable costs. Although we're losing money, we are doing good to the people. I really enjoy this tour and this ride. So this is the processing line, right? Yes. So these are the products that have been well selected, right? Yes. Not this one. They are to be processed and to be put into this basket. And the first step is washing. And it will pass the belt line to the second step. So first step washing and second step selection. So it will be handpicked by the staff. So we'll only select the good ones. And the good ones will put in this area. As you can see, these are well picked. So the bad ones will be left out, and the well-selected ones will be put here for the second time washing. And next step, the big ones will be kept from the smaller ones. And this is the fourth time washing. And you can see they will be categorized by the size of the tomatoes. And they will be before they are packed. And in this step, if the bad ones are notified, they will be left out again. So one package weighs 9 jing or 4.5 kilograms. How many packages are available here one day? Well, for this factory, for this processing line, we have our capacity is 1,000 jing or 500 kilograms a day. The people here work 8 to 9 hours a day on this line. I can see it's half automized. Roughly 8 to 9 people work on the same processing line. And today we have 2 processing lines. So this is one line, and we have another line in somewhere else. And to complete the whole process, we usually need 2 processing lines to complete each other. So today we have, through our tour, we have learned something about the village and how the local people poured the poverty alleviation funds to contribute to the poverty alleviation process. It's really interesting, and thank you really for your wonderful introduction. Thank you. So much for this tour. One of my colleagues are now in the site of the porcelain tangka. So she will introduce you to the porcelain. So, hello everyone. I'd like to say something about tangka porcelain. And today I'd like to show you some of our cultural products made from tangka. So Ms. Gong will say something more about the tangka. I'm Shalako person, and really nice to meet you. So, Ms. Gong, could you say something about your story of how you started your journey on this tangka porcelain? Well, I had this strong interest in preserving the culture of the tangka porcelain and the tangka paintings. So I started to work in this industry. So can you tell us how you benefit from this process, from preserving the Tangka culture. Well, I will tell you later. You can have some tea first. Well, our company is Tangcai Culture Company. We have employed 5 local painters. One of them is a deaf person, but he is now is now well established and has very high income, able to support himself now by working on the Tangka industry business. So, dear online viewers, as you can see, the Tangka culture is very special. So, in this region, under the concerted efforts of the local government, we put in place a training base on the Tangka culture. So we will have a colleague to take you on a journey to this training base. Well, actually, Tangka has become a complete industrial line in this region. So this is the training base for the Tangka craftsmanship and Tangka paintings. I'm very lucky to have the head of the training base. So can you tell us something about this base and how long has it been started? It has been running for 3 years. We have 130 trainees. And you can go to the classroom, to the training site to have a look. This is our training session. And the students are working on their first Tangka work. So the tools they used are they very special? Well, they follow a certain process, and they use the professional tools, the painting tools. Actually, we don't have any requirements on their tools. But after they enter a certain period, they need to buy some paint tools at higher costs. I can see these students are really occupied by the paintings. This gentleman is the 6th generation Lexi expert of the Tangka culture. So can you tell us something more about the Tangka culture? This student is working on his painting, his first one, and he is now painting gold to the piece. And I can see he's really skillful. And he's now well trained. Let's check another one. He is the president of the student union here. Why you started learning Tangka painting? Well, I have learned painting when I was young. The purpose of learning Tangka painting is to preserve the Tangka culture and make it popular. I can see your motivation is really taking a cultural perspective. So how about this one? You can see the student is addicted to this painting. Do you have any special measures or preferential treatments to the handicapped students? Yes, we do. For example, this chair is for assisting the student to complete the painting. Well, I can see that. How long does a student does it take a student to be trained? Well, roughly 3 months. You can train a good one. We also invite experts from outside the campus to evaluate the paintings of the students. And the works of the students will be also put in an exhibition. And these students are doing a different style. They are doing the sketch. It's completely different style. A lot of sketch works can be found here. Well, she is from Shanxi province. She is the teacher here. How long have you arrived here? I have been here for 3 years. So what motivated you to come here? Well, I had this innovation since I graduated to help teach students and also want to change to a different environment, so I left my hometown. And I happened to have a friend who introduced me to this area and to this campus. My friend said this campus is looking for a teacher, so that's why I'm here. So do you have any plans for the future? Personally speaking, I like to further my teaching here. We are still training students here. If I leave now, there will be a lack of teaching resources. That's why I want to stay and keep teaching the students. Thank you very much. Since they are so occupied, we decided not to disturb them. So the students are local, right? Yes, all of them are local kids. And they come from very poor families. So we train them to help them further their education. And this is another teacher here. He's also local. So this is the training base for mainly the skills of the ethnic products, ethnic craftsmanship, right? Yes, we also design costumes. So this is a class of costume designing. So what they are making can be worn immediately after they are completed because it's approaching the winter season. We invite designers from outside to help give a training session to the students. Then the students started to work on their own products and own work. So we use this opportunity to also invite people from outside the region to have a look at what's happening here. Today we have 12 classmates in here. apart from the 12 students, we decide to expand the size in the future. In the future, we also will expand other disciplines like the metal forging. But all of them are related to the ethnic group culture. And the disciplines we are training here are all related to the poverty alleviation and also to provide more job opportunities for the students after they finish their studies. Now, I am at one of the greenhouses of the Enclave industrial parks. And I have this lady to join us in this program. And so, hello everyone. So what I wear today is very special. It's very local style. Hello everyone. I'm Liu Hong. Now we're at the northeast part of the Ganzi state of Sichuan province. So this place has a special product like the Ursa tea. And what I wear today is very special of local style. So today I'm going to take you on a tour to the Ursa tea of the region and show you how they have led the people to poverty alleviation. So we have someone from the local region, Mr. Lei Ming, and he's the manager of the Ursa Cha. So we have seen a lot of varieties of the Ursa tea. Can you say something about it? We have 4 categories of Ursa tea: the black tea, Tianzhu tea, the green tea, and for the Shuyou tea. This is Bianxiao tea for making the oil tea. This is the green tea. This is made of the best part of the Ursa tea. The green tea is useful to reducing the high blood. Can I have a try? Of course. Which one do you prefer? Personally, I prefer the black tea. Well, the black tea is made of the tender shoot of the Ursa tree. And you can see the color is very bright and it smells so well. It tastes so. It tastes a little bit bitter in the first, but you can feel it's also sweet. It's special because the color is very bright and transparent. So what difference does it make from the green tea in the inland China? Well, it's very special because the product comes from our local area. It's similar. The seed is similar to those in the inland China, but it's still different. In the processing line, we process the tender shoot of the tea for several times. So this is also the special part of the tea making. Well, compare with the green tea, this one is also different. The taste is lighter. I'd also like to taste the black tea. Can I have a try? Yes. The black tea is a fermented tea made of the tender shoot of the Ursa tree. Well, this is the black tea. The color is brown and red. It smells very good. And let me take a sip. It tastes also good. So these 4 categories of tea are all processed from one tree, right? Yes. We also processed the fruits of the Ursa tree. And this is what we get from the fruit. This is the wine, Ursa wine. So where can we find these trees? We have 7 villages planting these trees. And these trees have been categorized as the national landmark protection products. So let's take a look at the factory and see how these teas are processed. So this is for tea making and processing. The first step is shaqing. So what does shaqing mean? Shaqing is to dehydration, to leave the water off. And second step is to press the tea to make it soft. And I'm also going to show you the factory where you can make this wine from the Ursa tree. So we are making full use of the tree, including its leaves and its fruits. And this has helped the local people increase their income. And the people here across 7 counties here have increased income by 3,500 RMB per person. The local people are distributed in 7 counties here, and they have 2,000 households in total, including 200 poor families. So how much do people get paid for one day? Well, each person gets 100 RMB a day for working in the factory. To buy the ingredients of the Ursa tree, for example, you paid 120 RMB to get ingredients for making the green tea and 90 RMB for getting the ingredients for the black tea. We also opened online stores like in JD and Taobao to promote our products. We have our products are also the first in this region to be included in the National Poverty Alleviation product items list. So you can see the staff are selecting the fruits before they are made into wine. So does this fruit has a name? It's called Ursa Fruit. The color is very attractive. Let's check the color. I'll show you. The color is very bright. Can I taste it? Of course you can. The local people here actually see this fruit as a daily fruit. These fruits are carefully selected for processing into wine. Well, I think it tastes a little bit bitter and sour. Yes. The fruit contains sugar, and it's only 95% mature. Hi, can I ask you a question? So you are living nearby, right? Yes. I have lived here my lifetime, and I have worked here for 15 years. So how much do you get paid every month? So 1 month I have 1,500 RMB in my pocket. Are you satisfied with your income? Of course, I'm very satisfied with what I get. And this job has increased our income and also improved the life of my whole family. And our life is getting better and better. Thank you very much. Although the Ursa tea may look small, but it has done a big job, has made a big difference to improving the life of the local people. Well, last but not least, I'd like to thank you for taking this interview. So thank you everyone, and also if you have a chance, please visit us. Now I'd like to move to the next camera for my colleague to introduce you to the greenhouse. Well, in this greenhouse, we are seeing a lot of activities going on, and many people are doing the live streaming of the products. It's quite chilly today, so I wear this to keep myself warm. Today we have collected a lot of local products. This is Ursa tea, a local specialty. It's grown in the local region, the Luhuo village. And all these products are made from the Ursa tree, a special tree in the region. And this tree can only be found in the plateau. So there are 3 kinds of tea here: the green tea, the Jinzhu tea, and the black tea. and one tea has a broad leaf, and another one has a smaller leaf. The broadleaf one is called Tianzhu tea. Since today is quite cold, I like to try one warm tea. So how does it taste? I think it tastes quite sweet. But it's different from what we can find in North China, the black tea in the North China. So how about this one? I think it's almost the same, but it tastes lighter than our normal green tea. It's purely handmade product. So what is this? It's honey. Anyone here can say something about this honey product? This is called Plateau Honey. It's made here, and the bees are raised locally. It's different from other honeys because it's quite dense, and the honey is collected once every year. It also has crystal. You can also check the crystal in the honey. Since the honey is collected only once a year, so we have only a limited collection of the products. Why is it so different? It's different because of the altitude of the plateau. And also, the pollen is different. So how can bees survive in such a cold area? Well, our local villagers have their special technology to keep the bees warm and to raise them and to get the honey. So you are doing the live streaming, right? Yes, every day I have a lot of products being sold online. You can see a lot of orders has been made, and I have a lot of fans. Can you show us how you perform in the live streaming? So hello everyone, welcome to our live streaming. So today I'm going to show you some products that can be only found in the plateau. All the products are only produced in the plateau. And these are green products. Well, I think the way you introduced your products is taking a rap style. After the live streaming is done, I would like to taste your products. So can you say something about your product, the yogurt? Well, it tastes like a tofu. This is a specialty of our region. It's purely natural. And it has a layer of yak oil on top. So it needs to be refrigerated, right? Yes. This is also yogurt. It's a mixture of yogurt and milk. So how do we eat this? Well, in our own families, we eat this together with our local food like zanba. It's very nutritious. You can taste it. So does it go with yogurt? Yes. I think it looks like the oatmeal in North China. So what is this? It's the ginseng fruit. It's a local fruit. It's usually boiled, but you can also directly eat it. It's sweet. I think it tastes like a traditional Chinese medicine. It tastes sweet, just like the matrimony wine. These products are made in our industrial park, and these are planted also in the park. It's watermelon. It's quite small, not as big as what we find in North China. This is zanba, or the roasted chinka barley flour. And when you make the buttered tea, zanba also plays a role. This is also zanba. So this is the chinka flour for making zanba. So a lot more products and plants can be found here. So what is this? So this is also made in our Luhuo County. We have a planting base, and this is to increase the functions of the veins and blood. And it's healthy for the elderly. It helps relax the muscles and stimulate the blood circulation, especially for the elderly people, and also to help soften our veins. We have an altitude of over 3,600 meters high. So the plants grown here have more nutrition and have better flavors and better and stronger functions. We took this product on a product tour 2 days ago, and it sells very well. And we have a very high-level package of product here. This is for it's very nice if you use it as a small gift. Well, if your blood and muscles are not very good, you can use this product to wash your feet in the warm water, because it can help you relax your blood and veins. So this is a craftsmanship product. Well, there is a tomato competition going on here. So is the competition started already? the players are competing to eat the tomatoes, and to see who can eat the largest number of tomatoes in 15 seconds. Hooray, hooray. Let's see who can eat the most. So she has eaten 6. And this man finished 4. Maybe the tomatoes are too big. And this one finished 3 tomatoes. And 5. And this man finished 5 tomatoes in 15 seconds. And this lady 6. 6, 4, 3, 5. So the winner is the lady who finished 6. And we have a special prize. The prize is also the tomatoes. Congratulations. I know the small tomatoes are very special, and they have a special name, the Plateau tomatoes. Yes, so this region is also the hometown for folk songs and dances, right? Yes, people dance and sing here to express their inner feelings and their hospitality. So this performance is for you to enjoy. So throughout these activities, we'd like to pay tribute to PICC for their support. Well, dear online viewers, I think this is so much about today's program about the poverty alleviation in the region. So thank you for watching.